Hello and welcome to day 247 of Dungeon 23, the series where we make a room of a mega dungeon every day for a year. In this room down here we have 4 potted bushes which all have different kinds of berries on them, and it's just below the entrance here. And some of them are useful, some of them are not. Actually, all of them are useful, just varying degrees. The first kind is this glowberry bush. This planter has a bush with 3d6 plus 4 berries on it, and all of the bushes have that same amount of berries, so I'm not going to reiterate that part. But these berries are small and blue, and they glow gently. Imagine like a dying LED light. When a creature eats one, it sheds bright light for 5 feet and dim light for 10 additional feet. The light is a gentle blue color, again reflecting the blue color of the berries that also glow, hence the name and their effect. Now, next is the poison berries. Again, same amount of berries on the bush. These berries are a dark purple color with what appears to be a skull and crossbones on them, like a typical poison bottle you'd see in a cartoon. Obviously, it looks poisonous. And a creature that eats one, it takes 1 poison damage, and it must make a DC 8 Constitution save, or be poisoned and vulnerable to poison damage for 1 minute. So, probably not best to eat them. The second thing we have here, third thing, is the lead berries. Same amount of berries on the bush. These berries are gray and extremely hard. They can be used as ammunition for a sling or a firearm because the joke is that they're lead, like actual little lead balls. And I'd say that you could use all of them as ammunition for weapons, because as a rule, it's never really come up, but if someone wants to use a blow dart gun, which only deals 1 point of damage, as a good berry delivery system, like you put a good berry in it and you shoot it, if you hit someone's AC, you could give them 1 point of healing by like shooting it into their mouth. And I think using other berries for that is really cool because not many people use the blow dart gun. There is one in the dungeon very early on, along with some poison darts, which is kind of what the intention is, but poison is very powerful, but you could just put it on an already good weapon, so these things being better than normal ammunition isn't something I'm super worried about. But what this guy specifically does, it's mainly ammunition. It does have a fun little thing where if a creature tries to eat one, it must make a DC 17 strength check or take 1d4 bludgeoning damage and have everything taste like blood for an hour. And the joke is that you're eating a lead ball, you're gonna break your teeth and you're gonna bleed and it's gonna be painful, which is funny. But if you're strong enough, you could bite through it because it's a lead and a soft metal, and eating metal is funny for strong characters. It's a real bowl of nails moment. Now on to the fourth and final one. This is the most interesting in my opinion. It is ghost berries. Same amount. These berries are transparent gray, and a creature that puts it up to its ear can hear gentle whispering coming from the berries because they're ghost berries. That reminds me of something which I'll probably put somewhere else, either in this floor or later on, but we'll get to that when we get to that. When a creature eats one, it gains resistance to cold, lightning, and thunder damage, and immunity to necrotic damage for 1 minute. That's really, really, really good. There's a catch. The only way to eat the berries is to eat them on the ethereal plane. Now, it's way too early to have the etherealness spell. It's way too early to have plane shift as a spell. I haven't given them an oil of etherealness, and I don't think I will. At least I have no plans to do it. And there was a monster early on that could technically take things to the ethereal plane, but they would have had to take a bunch of animal handling checks to tame it, and then have the foresight to bring it all the way down here, and then get inside of the giant phase frog, have it hop to the ethereal plane, hop out of its mouth, eat the things, then repeat the process, and it's just a whole bunch of nonsense. Really, the only effective way to use these is with the Blink spell, which is a 3rd level spell that lets you randomly teleport between the material plane and the ethereal plane. And they are ghost berries because, again, they deal with the ethereal plane, and they give the damage resistances and immunities of a ghost. They are resistant to cold, lightning, and thunder damage, and they are immune to necrotic. There's a few more damage resistances they get, but I don't want to give them all of the resistances because it kind of covers all the bases. So it's not as good as being a ghost, but it's pretty dang close. And with that final berry bush done, that is our room. I can't imagine the berries grow back. I like to imagine that they're not actually really berries, but little magic items that have been glued to like a fake bush. That'd be really funny. As such, they can be easily identified with a identify spell. And I imagine the party is going to be smart enough to not eat the poison ones, but then again, the wizard has misled them in the past, so who knows, they may think those ones are actually like super healing berries that are made to look scary. But that's what's good about liars, is once they lie enough, then you never know whether to trust them, so when they're actually telling the truth, you can still be lying, and I think that's great for narratives. Not in real life, that kind of sucks. Anyway, that's the room, just some wacky bushes. Maybe that awakened shrub will have an existential crisis if we get all the way down here, but oh well. If you want to see more wacky shenanigans with magic items and traps and monsters and all kinds of goofiness, then consider subscribing to the channel and possibly turn on notifications so you could see more of this series or even other projects I'm working on, which one should be out in the next couple days, hopefully. Or you could just come back tomorrow because, again, this is a daily series, as said in the beginning of the episode. If you like this episode, then consider liking it, obviously, or thumbsing it up, I guess, I don't know. And comment any suggestions down below because I'd like to hear some more suggestions. Just not for rooms that I've already done because I don't go back. Rarely, if ever, will I go back. We just gotta keep moving forward. And yeah, that's basically it. Thanks for watching and or listening. I apologize for the poor quality. It's not gonna get any better.